here with Kyle Chuck and Projects. Got some new mowers. Got a Cub Cadet rider. Got a push there with a Quantum on it. The Cub's got a 16 horse horizontal shaft Kohler. The push, yeah, has the Quantum on it. So the story on these was the guy wanted 100 for the rider. I messaged him, and he said in the ad he was moving, he needed it gone. So I said, look, I can come and get it today, but I only have 30 bucks, and that's true. I only had $30 in my account. Now I have 0, and he took 40 on it. So I scrounged up 10 more dollars, and I bought it. And while I was there, he was with a guy that I went to sheet metal school with. Of course, I dropped out of sheet metal school, so did this guy. But he's really nice, and I got to see him, and I got talking to him, and he went into his shed, he pulled out a push mower, and he said, here, take this friggin' thing too, why don't you? So it's like, hell, it's got a Quantum on it. I needed a coil for a Quantum, I needed a carb for a Quantum. So I really got 2 birds stoned at once with this one right here. All right, first look at this mower. Let's see what it does. Sit on it, push the brake, put the key in. Battery's dead. Pretty cool though. Got the big 12.5 horse iron block Kohler. See what kind of oil it's got in it. Ooh, damn. It's hydrostatic. I know that. It's very old. I've got this. Transmission. Looks bone dry. Bone dry. Let's check the oil. Oh, it's full. It's dirty, but it's full. That's a good sign. Awesome. Smell the gas. It's got water in it, but it doesn't smell terrible. I feel like, as long as this thing's got compression, has this belt look. It looks okay. As long as this thing's got compression, I think it'll be fine. That belt goes all the way down here and powers the deck. How's the deck belt look? Do I need to change that? Nope. Damn. And I get this Quantum here. Let's see if it's got a little bit. About the same. Scary food in hell. Yeah, this thing will probably run. So I'm just a big stupid idiot. There's a blown fuse down there. And don't mind that. I'm gonna slap a fuse in there here soon. But see if she'll fire. Got her on choke, cut her wide open. Not shit. Let's see if she'll fire on some of the good stuff. It's a friggin' mess in here. Load some of this down into her throat. Terrible. Let's see. Tell I'm freaking excited. This thing was only 40 bucks. Load some of that down her throat. Put her on choke. Man. All right. Let's get it. Probably let it down off of that. I guess now would be a good time to see if it moves. All right, let's see if it moves. I get some more starting fluid down its throat. I'm gonna try and crank it up again. Awesome. So now the only issue with it is that the deck doesn't raise all the way up. It's down too low. When I push this, it doesn't do anything. I don't know very much about riding mowers, but that doesn't seem correct. But first, I want to clean the carb, change the oil, have a look at the blades. So I did do another test, and the electric PTO clutch does work. Yeah, I think we're pretty much set. Looks like we just got 2 10s right here. Looks like this just slides off here, kind of goes on there like that. And this should just come off. I shouldn't have to worry about the cable. There's my pliers. Looking for those. Dang, it looks like I almost broke that. If I didn't break it, I'd be surprised. So this goes in. All right, that's off. PCV hose can just slip on out. We'll just leave that hanging. Sorry, that was terrible camera work, I know. We got our fuel line here. Looks like I fucking bent that shit with my pliers. Probably fine. I don't know. You know you're dealing with something old when it's got an adjustable jet on it. I'm back at it, you know, fairly early in the morning. For me, it's 9. I'm gonna try and get this thing done today. So I need to get this carburetor cleaned. I tried cleaning it last night. I just did a basic, you know, poke out the jets with a wire brush, or the jet with a wire brush and spray it out. But it seems like we've got other problems in there, or maybe it's a fuel pump related issue. I'm gonna crank it over with the fuel line off, and I wanna see if it's getting fuel. If it isn't, then we're gonna order a pump. But if it is, then I'm gonna focus more on this carburetor here. Awesome, the pump worked. So the issue is with most likely the carburetor. If it runs on choke and only choke, then it's the carb. Dang, who next gonna want to buy a ride mower from me when it's snowing outside? All right, let's get this off again. All right, since I apparently can't clean the carburetor, I cleaned it again, and that actually got it to run right. I got some more oil for the engine, and then I did some research, and I found that this should work in the hydrostatic drive. It called for this Cub Cadet Drive something plus, and it was like $60 for a gallon, since I paid $40 for the mower, and it needs like a gallon and a half. That was going to be about $80 just to change that fluid. So I'm going to send it with this, and it should be fine. I've read about people using this, you know, for years, and it being okay. So that's what I'm going to do. I got some Stens filters from a mower shop. These are 20 for the pair. It's really important to use the a transmission filter, like designed specifically for a hydrostatic transmission, because it doesn't have the anti-drain back valve, and that allows you to purge it. Whereas if you use a normal oil filter, you won't be able to purge it. That's something I learned today. So let's get this thing friggin', I'll change the oil first. I'm gonna warm it up for a bit and then get that changed. Then we'll do the hydrostatic. Pull it back on out of here. Start up here. Runs like a champ, just a little cold. long. This oil is disgusting. But it runs great now. And it's draining quite slowly, but it's draining. I couldn't fit my drain fans in here, so I gotta use this gallon jug of milk. Look how filthy that stuff is, though. It's really disgusting. Looks like I got the same Stan's filter that was on there too. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that that was 30 weight. It was supposed to be 10, maybe 30. This thing has hydraulic lifters. It's taken a bit more oil than I thought it did, so hopefully I've got enough. Purge the hydraulics one more time just to be safe, but I think the Rotel T15W40 is damn fine for that. Seems to be running great, working great. I'm pretty happy with this. I think I'll sharpen the blades. I'm not going to replace the blades. I don't have that much in my budget, but I'll sharpen them, slime this tire because this thing's leaking like hell, and yeah, I think then we'll be good to go. There we go. Check that shit out. And plug this up. Hopefully it holds some air. That way I don't have to just slime it, you know. It's easier to just throw a plug in there. It was still leaking around the bead, so hit it with a little bit of slime. A little shit ton. You gotta let these spin, they say about a mile or so, and I'm not riding this stupid thing a mile, so I just soon kick this, spin it that fast, or spin it that long. Do that about 10 more times and that'd probably be good. So that seems to have helped. Still saw a tiny amount of bubbles around the bead. I may end up heating it with some of that as well, but I'm not changing this tire. That's out of the question. We'll figure out a way to seal the damn thing. See, it's bubbling a bit on the back there. But really, the next order of business is going to be to find all the grease fittings and grease them. I got both of the pulleys with fittings, and got those. None of this stuff had been greased probably ever, so that was good. Now I'm going to take my leaf blower and just clean that deck off with leaves, and then get it all put back together. Get ready to pressure wash it. There's just pump gas in here, so I'm going to throw in a little sea foam. There is a bit of water in there that should absorb it. I'm going to fill it the rest of the way up with ethanol-free gas. Had it pressure washed. I went and sharpened the blades on it. I adjusted the deck up just a bit so that way it could, this was accurate at 6 inches. And it's pretty much ready to go. I'm happy with it. The tire's holding air. I did some cutting over at my grandpa's with it and it did great. So I'm going to drive it around a little bit, show y'all that it's ready to go. Just get up here. Parking brake on. gonna try and list it for 400 bucks tomorrow. If I can get 300, then that's really all I need out of it. I got a buddy of mine selling a 0 turn. I think he'll take 300 on it. It needs some work, so this will just kind of fund that project. But this was fun. This was not too hard, and it pretty much just took about, say, 8 hours of total work. 8 hours for, I don't know, $250 in profit. That's not bad. And I learned a lot too.